is up, guys? It is your boy Sub-Zero Exabyte, and I am standing to the one and only Steve right here, and he is really excited to be here, so that is fantastic. But today, we are going to do something that is going to be really amazing. I am going to build a house, and our boy Steve is also going to build a house, and these houses are just going to be fantastic. Your boy Sub is going to make a really cool TNT house, and Steve is going to make a fidget spinner house. So, you can probably guess who is going to win, but it is still Steve. He can do wonders, or he can do absolutely no wonders, and he is just going to make something really ugly. So I guess we are just going to see what is going to happen. At least I know that I am going to make a really amazing house out of these amazing looking red blocks, and I can just build a mansion with these. I hope that no one will come along with a redstone torch though. That would not really be great if someone did that, but I already just feel that this house is going to be really amazing since I am going to build it and I know how to use a TNT. So, we just need to place down a base layer of what we are going to make. And well, if that one moment comes that some guy comes up to my mansion that is built out of TNT, then if he places a redstone torch, I want my house to go out with a bang. And not only a bang, but I want the whole area to go bang. And that is going to be really awesome. So, we need a lot of TNT in this house, and that is not a problem at all since I know where to place my TNT. But the main goal of this thing is that I am going to win with my amazing TNT house. So that is the most important thing and the most amazing thing. But I mean, is the fidget spinner house going to have a staircase that is going down in a really amazing way? No, I didn't think so, and that is why you should consider voting for my really amazing TNT house, since this house is just going to be way cooler than that stupid Steve fidget spinner house. And I guess that after we are both done we can see who is going to win. But it is kind of unfair, since I can just make whatever I want out of these TNT blocks, and poor Steve has to build a fidget spinner. How he is going to do it, I am still not sure. But Steve can work in mysterious ways, so be ready for your mind being blown. So, we now have a really cool outdoor kind of thing, but it is not going to be an outdoor kind of thing, since this is just going to be another room in my really amazing house, and I really like my house, and I want to live in it, so my house has to be amazing and I have to come up with really cool ideas for it to stay at that same level of awesomeness. I am not really sure what I am trying to make just yet, but I know that it is going to be amazing when I just do what I do, and I do what I do best. Wait, did that make sense? No, I don't think so. But that doesn't really matter for right now. Right now all that matters is that the shape of the house is going to look really good, and I believe that it is starting to shape up really good. On the other hand though, if you look at what poor little Steve is doing, I am not really sure what he is doing, but I think that he doesn't have a clue either, so that is just fantastic. But I don't know what Steve is going to create, so I better not talk all that bad about what he is trying to make his house. I don't know what the fidget spinner is going to look like yet, but I hope that it somehow looks like a fidget spinner, then I would be okay with it. In the meantime, I am just making a really large house room by room, so that is something that is kind of cool as well, so I guess that is okay. And we are just chilling and it is going really good. And I am just amusing myself, so that is just fantastic. And we just need to make more rooms, and more TNT, and then the boom is going to be even greater, which is not the main aim, but it is kind of an aim, so that is just great I think. But we just need a whole lot of rooms and a whole lot of big rooms, and then the house will start to shape up. We already have our 2 hallways in, so that is just fantastic. Now we have kind of the living room, then I guess so that is going to be something that would be quite weird to have built out of TNT. Imagine living in a TNT house though. I would be scared of that. Someone could just come up to you and just place a bit of redstone, and then all of the sudden your house wouldn't be there anymore, and I am not sure if you would be there anymore, but that would kind of suck pretty bad I believe, so I don't recommend building a TNT house. But it is something different though. I have not seen a lot of TNT houses in my life yet, so if you want to stay creative then I would say go for it, mate, because this is the thing that is good for you. This is just amazing though, a living room that is all made out of TNT. This would be kind of amazing wallpaper for your room. It would just say TNT all over your room. I think I quite like that if I would have the time and effort to put that in. It would be really weird though, since your room is then going to be kind of built out of blocks, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think that it would look as great as this living room looks. I mean, nothing can really beat this living room. Well, I know one thing that would beat this living room. a single redstone TNT, or a lever or a push on a button, then my entire house would be gone and the TNT that I placed down all around would go flying as well. So I am not really sure how I should feel about that, but I mean it is going to be awesome though, and I guess that is all that matters, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. But I really liked how I built these two hallway things, and the second hallway you go down and then in the living room you go back up again. I think that it is kind of a cool thing that I did. But the most amazing thing is still in the make, and that is my very own second story thing, and there is even a staircase that leads you there. So what more would you want? Well, I don't think you would need anything else since this is the most amazing thing I have seen in a long time. And then I am talking about a long time. Which maniac has come up with the idea to make a staircase inside a TNT house? Well, I haven't seen any staircases in TNT houses, so I am the maniac, and that is just a really good idea. So I am just even going to make kind of a balcony kind of thing, and it is just going to look fantastic. I can wait to show this to Steve, and I don't think that Steve can wait until I have seen this fidget spinner house. And I am still not sure what the madman is doing, but I guess that he is trying his best and we are just going to leave him be for now. It kind of looked like something along the lines of Green Lantern. You probably know that guy, but I don't think Steve can see that yet, so let's just leave the poor little guy build and we'll see what comes out of the house after I am done building, and if he is done building then. Okay, so I think that my mansion that is built out of TNT deserves some kind of medal for the way it has been built, and I think that the brick slabs that I placed were also a really good idea since those are red and they are probably the closest looking slab that looks like TNT. And I think that they go very well, so my house looks really good with those in place, so I am happy with that. But what I am not yet very happy about is the fidget spinner house that Steve is building at the moment. And I am also not really that happy with my second floor in my house, but I mean it is still being worked on, so that is alright. And I guess that we are just kind of laying back building with TNT as you do on a normal like Monday morning when you get up. But only now it isn't morning, so that is really dangerous for us, since if you are not doing this in the morning, who knows what can happen. Well, I know that I don't know what can happen, but I do know that what can apparently happen is that you make a really awesome house out of the simplest block in the game. So we almost have a roof on our heads, and that roof is made from really dangerous material. Wait, no, our entire house is made out of dangerous material. Oh no, that is not good for business. But I mean only the walls are made out of really dangerous materials, so it is kind of alright, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is alright, and we just have our floors and our roofs and everything else made out of TNT, so it is kind of alright. Oh no, wait, we also have some glass in our house, so it is not all TNT, which is cool since you wouldn't expect that, but it is really amazing that it is there, so that is alright. But our balcony is also looking alright. It isn't really a big balcony, but it is a really cool balcony, and the house is kind of shaping up really nicely with all these different room shapes. It is just looking amazing, and I have to be careful with placing torches, since if I place the wrong torch I'm going to pay a price for that, so we better just only place the right torches, otherwise it is going to end up really bad for us, and we don't want it to end up bad for us, so we need to be careful. So we are putting even more glass in our house, and I don't think that is going to be really safe when this place finally blows up, but that doesn't matter right now because right now it is looking really good. I mean, when it blows up then the glass things are going to go flying through the air and it might just catch somebody or something, I don't know, but right now that isn't the concern. Right now the concern is going to be that we make the best possible roof that can be made out of TNT that has been ever made. So we are going to do that, and I think that I am doing quite an alright job on it, and it is just looking quite well, and I think that the glass makes the house even better as well, so I really like what we are doing with the house, and it is just coming along really nicely. And not to forget that we started with this house with one small little room of like 3 by 3 blocks, and look at it now. If you just put in some effort and some time, then things can grow really nicely, and right now it is growing really nicely. We are already busy on our attic, so how amazing is that then? I think that is really amazing, and that is just something that is really great. So would you just look at this roof? Isn't it just the best TNT roof that you have ever seen in your life? Well, that is probably since there are not a lot of roof attics, and so there aren't a lot of roofs made from TNT. and there are also not a lot of houses made that look like fidget spinners, and I guess that the one that Steve has built is one of them, since it doesn't really look like a fidget spinner from my angle, so that is just something that is great. I am not sure how I should feel about that, but I guess that his house is kind of doing alright, but he better not touch my attic, since my attic is really amazing, and he didn't even finish a single room. He is just kind of all around the place. But I mean, you should have some respect for the man, since he is making a fidget spinner house, and who in this world with a right mind would make a fidget spinner house? Well, I know that I wouldn't do that, so he must be insane, but I give the man some props, since I am not sure if would be able to make something that would have to look like a fidget spinner. So that is really amazing from him. But I mean, then again, I am also kind of out of my mind, since I am here sitting and making an entire mansion out of TNT, so I guess that I am not really sure who is the one that is out of his mind. It might be him, but I am one hell of a contender as well, since I even have an attic that is built out of TNT, so I guess you could say that I am just a bit crazy. Yes, that would be fair. But I mean, my house is looking really good though, so that is great. But look at how beautiful this place is getting. We just need some kind of staircase that is going up to the attic though, and we need some more light, but that is being worked on right now at this moment, so don't worry about that. I need to worry about placing the right torch. I wouldn't want to place a redstone torch now, would I? No, I don't think I would like to do that, since if I would do that, all of my hard work would go away, and that would just be ashamed. But I mean, Steve is doing quite alright for himself. I mean, my house is already finished, I guess. The inside isn't that cool yet, but I mean the outside and the inside is kind of alright. We haven't furnished the place yet, but that would be really fantastic if we did though. But Steve is just working really hard on his creation while we are working really hard on our creation. So that is just something that is amazing, that both of us are putting in some hard labor, but only one of us is going to win. And why do I have a strong feeling that the person that is going to win shouldn't is going to be me? Well, that is because every time I look at what the man has built, I kind of just laugh in myself, so that is why. But I need one thing that I haven't had before, and that is a garden, and I think that you could make a really cozy terrace with TNT blocks. We could even make like one of those big umbrellas that is going to keep us safe from the sun. Yes, those would be really amazing, and I think I am going to make one of those. But I am sure that this garden that I have built right here is one of the most amazing gardens that have been known to mankind. You guys might know the hanging gardens, but this garden isn't hanging, but I am sure that this garden would be a very good contender to take the hanging garden his place to be the best garden on this earth. No, I am just kidding. I am not sure what the best garden in this world is, but I know that my garden is in the top 5, so it doesn't really matter. And you might be wondering what Sub is making at the moment, and that is going to be the big umbrella, so that is just fantastic. And this baby is going to keep us from being sunburned, and it just kind of gives a more relaxing vibe, so that is something that is really amazing as well. So right now, this garden is basically finished, and I think that this big umbrella is just the most amazing thing that happened to this entire house. I mean, the brick slabs and stuff are cool and all of that. Sure, the windows are amazing as well, but this big umbrella, oh my god, this is just the most amazing thing that has been built. And would you go towards the hanging gardens? Do they have such an umbrella? No, I didn't think so. But you have got that here at Sub his TNT house, so you should consider coming along here instead of the hanging garden, since this garden is all you need to see in your life. And I mean, there is a really nice looking fidget spinner next to the house, so that is just fantastic. And we even have this amazing thing that we are building right now. You might be wondering what it is, but since the first umbrella was appreciated so much, I just built a second one, and from a distance they kind of look like trees, but trust me, they aren't trees, so that is really good. But this fidget spinner house is kind of looking alright. We even had to place some light ourselves, but it is looking kind of good. Not very good, but it is alright. So now all we need to do is help the man a bit, since he is kind of struggling to do it by himself. So why not give your struggling friend a hand in times of need? And I believe that this is a time of need, even though I did it wrong, but that doesn't matter since I tried to help. It isn't like the most perfect thing, but at least I tried, so I guess that is all that counts. And I placed a redstone torch underneath my house, and now I have got a good look at how the fidget spinner house has been destroyed and how the surrounding area has been destroyed as well. And I thought that it was kind of amazing, to be honest. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoyed the Big Bang